Hello and welcome everyone to the 33rd episode of our D&D 5e campaign, titled Roaches. Today's recap will be done by Logwork.
Good evening, good morning, good midday, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back. So, last time, um, let's see, because okay, the party was ready to departure, or to depart for the demonic wastes.
Yes, you were departing for the Dominican Republic,
Yes,
exactly.
indeed. So sometimes Arahant gets flashes from other universes and other worlds. It's strange visions, you know. Uh, but after all that, so they were. My apologies. They were readying themselves to go to the demonic wastes and back again. Um, they were informed by kobolds. There was only one problem. So the going back and going there and back was not the issue. The issue is the time. So and a time must be predetermined for staying in the realm of the demonic wastes. After which, automatically the party will be summoned back to their plane of origin. Um, and also, it does not has pinpoint accuracy. Um, After getting some information and some wisdom from the angel, Arahant discussed the time interval with the rest of the party, and they decided that they would stay or they would stay an amount of 5 days within the wastes. Um, they're going to the demonic wastes to find waste blood, and waste blood is black colored or is a black colored viscous liquid that bubbles unnaturally, and there are several ways to get it. First one is to mine it, pure and simple. Second is to collect it as several drops that you can find in caves and stalactites and things like that. And the third and last one is when it bursts out of the ground in the form of a geyser. Um, this would not be good because the waste blood has a very corrupting and deadly nature and property on itself. And it's either used as a poison or as a nutrient for some plants that occur naturally on the demonic wastes. So you get the picture. After deciding, no, I said a 5-day interval. I'm wrong. The angel told that a maximum of five days would be the most advisable. Longer than that would than 5 days would come bring with them too many risks. And the party decides on a 4-day duration. Voila. That being straightened out, onto the demonic wastes, where they arrive at a tropical-like region. Mel is taking in the scenery and observes, trying to spot the best, to have a view of his surroundings, and he sees somewhere at a distance a column of smoke. Uh, the demonic wastes. So when they're in that tropical region, let me see, because I was taking some shortcuts. Okay, they start leaving the tropical region. They go into a kind of a forest-like region, and when they arrive at the end of the forest-like region, they see an dunes or a desert-like landscape at some distance. Um, they march out of that place, and which is relatively dry, when rain starts to pour down, and almost immediately that downpour brings about the flora to life and starts to flood the area where the party was in. In the water that in the puddles that were left behind of the rain, were small eel-like creatures that started to crawl up and jump at our party members. And wherever they went or go, that flooding seemed to follow them. Those eel-like creatures, we soon found out that they were in actuality leeches and not eels. So the party takes a dash for it, avoiding the wildlife, and while they're clearing that region and are finally on solid ground again and dry ground, they are unfortunately being assailed by mosquitoes. It's a jolly happy place, those demonic wastes. They also spot some gnolls, but not much of an altercation is happening because of that. So finally, after the flooding plain turns to rock, and the rocky plain turns to sand when they arrive at the dunes. Because the climb could be quite hazardous and slow, Sauron casts Fly on Mel and himself, and they both carry Arahant between them. From above, they have a better look of the entire scenery, and they see some kind of a crevasse, as well as a swarm of mosquitoes. You remember those mosquitoes from back then? Well, they were persistently following the rest of the party, but fortunately, thanks to their flying speed of the fly spell, they were able to keep their distances, and finally managed to shake off those mosquitoes. They land uh, they land somewhere near the crevasse and prepares themselves for the rest of the journey. And at that moment, mind you, we're still in a dune-like region. The sand begins to shift and to rise in the form of a giant bird-like creature made out of that same sand, rises and stands ominously and apparently dangerously before our party. And that's where we ended the session.
Yes. What? Why do these have to be set separately? I thought these were references. Anyway. Oh no, why did I do this?
If it's for our benefit, then by all means.
When did I actually fuck this up? Uh Why is the Discord window so high in my priorities list? This all seems to be wrong. Okay. People are relatively close to having their names. And the map is visible. Haha. Easy. Well. Oh, I'm selecting the wrong layer. Let's just put this guy to the side. And open up a turn order. That's not a turn order, that's the dice roller. Damn you newfangled turn order symbol, there it is.
You thought that nat 20 was spicy.
Well. There's a giant sandbird rising in front of you. What do you do?
I mean, does it seem like it's aggressively coming at us?
Currently it's just rising.
Rise, chicken. Chicken to rise. How much longer is our fly spell going for?
How long does fly last?
Not sure.
Is it an
1
hour?
hour,
I think it's an hour. That... No, it's 10 minutes, so probably not that long.
Okay. Then I will
But
scoot
you
back.
cast that
at
way
this.
before the desert, right?
I think it was like right as we saw the dunes when it got too high.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that then should probably still be enough for the combat. Somewhere back here or something, but fly back, but just off the ground, 60 feet. Right, that's the fly speed. The 40 feet. What's the speed on fly? It's
60 feet.
Yeah, 60.
Okay. I don't know if I'm right, but that's how far I'll fly back. And then since it hasn't been aggressive, I guess I will ready my action to shoot at it if it decides to be aggressive.
Okay. Oh no, something is stupid in my turn order. This one doesn't exist and this one doesn't exist. Okay. Yes, everything else is okay. Our hunt.
Well, let's start with the bonus action. And grabbing his holy symbol, he mutters a prayer to the great catfish of wisdom and summons in not far from the bird-like creature a
Ah, yes, the fish. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. The fish.
indeed a fish-like apparition or an apparition in the form of a catfish and that apparition will proceed to attack the bird. Where is my spiritual weapon? Here it is.
Boom, 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 boom.
12 to hit.
That's a no for me.
Okay. And then because he doesn't has fly on him, he will simply go back about 10, 20, 30 feet. And with his action, he will start weaving around his staff that will turn first white and blue and then go into the spectrum of yellow, orange, pink, and finally start to become fiery red. And he will cast as his action a firebolt. Hoping that this will do a bit better. And where is my firebolt? Here. Nope.
No. That misses even more.
He's a bit baffled by the sudden appearance of a big big creature made of sand.
You
And that's
just
his
created a small glass jam somewhere in the desert.
Must be very pretty.
Sarwan.
Oh yeah. Jump back 60 feet. Yeah. And I guess can I prepare Eldritch Blast the way Mel prepared his shot?
You could if you. Oh yeah, you were flying. That wasn't a dash. Yeah, you can. That's
Okay, then I will make a roll, but if the bird doesn't attack, I'm not going to attack. Is it fair?
You ready, neck? You don't have to roll right now.
Okay.
May
You
just
are just
specify
ready in
what
an
the
action.
trigger condition.
Exactly. Well, the bird rises up from the ground and with a screech. I find it great that you are all hiding behind the wizard. That is such
Because
a
the
great
wizard does
decision.
not has great
We
speed.
all are wizards. What the fuck?
Yeah, as soon as it starts to go towards Arahand is when I'm going to shoot at it.
Okay. You two may
Same.
now shoot.
We are rolling our shots, right?
Yes. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, who of you are going to kill?
The 17 hit.
17 does hit.
Alright, then I'm going to attempt to trip him while he's on his way towards him.
Yep, I don't think there's any rules against tripping a bird.
One of my Eldritch Blasts lands too.
Very cool.
Trying to find it. There we go. but a little bit more damage. Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw?
Yep. Okay, makes it. But does take this
Ah!
and then another D8 because of the trip attack.
That was a damn good shot. But the sand creature is still alive and kicking, and I think it's going to do a breath attack. As it exhales superheated sand onto Mel and our hand.
Okay.
You can both give me a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Dex.
Dex save. Ooh.
No, Arhan.
I'm not. I have a +2 on dexterity, but I'm not proficient in dex saves.
If you
I'm
don't
a
have,
wizard.
if you don't
I'm
have
different.
any resistances to, I was about to say dexterity, but to fire or necrotic, that's a total of 35 damage if you fail the save, or half as much, so 17 damage if you succeed.
Well,
How damage is it?
What did I say? 35 on a fail, 17 on a success.
What type of damage is it?
fire
It's
and
like half.
necrotic.
It's like part fire, part necrotic.
Okay, no, I didn't listen to this. So I take 17.
Well, that necrotic damage he will take, Arahant will take full brunt because he has no ways of protecting himself against it.
Oh, is it a spell or just an ability?
It is an ability. You can't counterspell this.
Okay.
But he will use his action, his reaction, to cast Absorb Element.
There you go.
And
So
so,
he's cut the fire damage in half.
yeah, indeed, the fire damage will be half. So
Okay.
it's still 19 plus 8, which makes
27.
27, yes.
It's still more than half his hit points, but
Well, that's the entire bird turn. I think, yes, that is the entire bird turn.
So you've chosen death, I see. Okay. Then. That one. I will just start firing then. And miss horribly with that one.
Yep. Just straight up shoot past it.
Got one more of those. Jesus. Not my rolls now.
Whoa.
Like, I could try to maybe salvage the first one, but I'm not going to. I'd have to roll above average on it. So I guess I'm going to action surge because, yeah, I'd like to hit. So we will try once again. There we go. That's better.
Yep, that indeed hits. Oh boy, does that hit.
That's 3. And I'll shoot at him one more.
You're just pelting that thing.
And then I guess I would do a second wind as a bonus action to heal up a little bit.
Okay.
That's a D10 plus level. 2.
Yep. While he rolls the ceiling, Sauron. What you gonna
1,
do?
8. 8 HP.
Have you shot your shots, Mel?
He has.
Yeah, I'm done. I will spread out a little bit since it's. Sauron probably has to make a concentration check on fly.
No, he wasn't
Oh
hit
no,
by
he wasn't
anything.
hit by it. Never mind.
Wasn't attacked.
Where do I want to move? Are these things over here actual other combatants?
Things?
I
The
see
dragon
this.
and the... No, they aren't. I should probably just put
Okay.
them into the corner.
Okay,
But I already
cast...
have that corner reserved for... That's where I store the imps, if I ever need the imps.
I just want to move to try to get out of this cone.
Okay, I will do the same. I will jump somewhere 60 feet from here. Like, I don't
Also,
know.
if we just kind of surround it, it shouldn't be able to get another blast on us.
I don't want to get any closer.
I think it's going to be able to reach basically wherever it wants to go. It's more just splitting the distance.
I will fly back, directly back 60 feet, so it's beyond the map, but still. And I will... Wait, what's the range? I don't care. It's enough. Because I've had like poop, poop. And I will cast darkness, a sphere of darkness on top of the fucking bird and the Arahant. Like this. Or like this.
Okay, darkness. It's a sphere. How big is it?
Let me open the rules. I think it's 25. No, it's 15.
And just
15 foot
right on top
radius.
of our hand and the bird.
Yep.
So like... No, like... This basically.
Yeah.
Wait, is it?
No, I should have done that.
Magic darkness.
Yeah, I know. Is it? It's radius, not diameter. Okay. So it's like actually twice as big. So it's like this. Darkness.
Darkness.
Yes, darkness.
Impenetrable darkness.
Yeah, that's your turn?
I'm afraid so.
Our hand, it's dark.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you should be able to move out freely. They can't swing at you because they can't see you.
Does the creature, because he's so close, exudes heat or not?
It does exude heat.
It does.
Yep.
So he knows that the creature is in front of him.
Yep.
In that case, he will stumble backwards, realizing, oh, I'm in the clear, and will take his movement to go right here. The creature can have an attack of opportunity with disadvantage if it wants.
It
Well, it
can't,
can't see.
really see you, so no. It can't see, it doesn't notice you moving away.
Oh, okay. In that case, as a bonus action, yep, okay. As a bonus action, he will move. He will move his spiritual weapon 20 feet. And as his action, he will burn another second spell slot and cast invisibility on himself.
Okay. Will the spirit weapon bonk?
No, because it's the bird went beyond his reach of 20 feet.
Okay.
And muttering an incantation, Arahant is briefly surrounded by some bluish mists, and then his image dissipates as he turns invisible.
Well, I guess that makes it time for the bird.
Yes, indeed.
And you know what they say about the bird.
It's a word.
First of all, we're attempting to recharge. Then we'll just try to get out of here. How about we fly into a random direction? Like here, this is probably once the bird notices that it was standing in darkness. That was 15 feet. Can I actually get to anyone with the rest? I can't get in reach of Mel, but I can get in reach of Salwan.
I'm a bit more than 100 feet away.
Oh, okay. I guess it can't really get anywhere.
It can try to find Arahant.
I guess it will dash onto Mel.
And
You know what?
Arahant, you forgot to use your spiritual weapon 2 turns in a row.
No, he literally used what? He already used it last turn, and this turn it was out of range.
Yeah,
I see.
the first in the first round, I summoned the weapon and it attacked, but it missed. It rolled a 12, and on this turn, I moved it 20 feet back, and because the bird has moved way beyond 20 feet, the only thing I can do with my spiritual weapon is move it. So I brought it closer to me or his target, but that's it.
Move it.
No. So it dashed to me.
Yep. There's the bird on top of you, Mel.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm gonna shoot. Damn it.
You just shoot through one of the holes you shot into it previously.
Shoot again. 13.
No.
Your attacks are garbage today.
I'll try to make it hit.
Yes, that actually now is a hit. For 21 piercing. The creature looks close to falling apart. Bound.
Now I gotta decide if it getting one swing is better than it getting a full turn of swings. I can probably tank a hit. How far did it seem like it moved towards me?
I mean, it dashed, so it, I think in total it moved like 90 feet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to judge if the 60 feet would get me far enough away from it to be able to move and attack. If not, then I'll just stay and take the hits. Or I could get into this darkness.
Yeah, you can always jump into darkness. That would be fun.
Yeah. So I think he gets a swing at me, but I'm going in the darkness.
You said it can take a swing at you. You're not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. You
I can
shot
do
it.
that.
You're not disengaging. I think it would use a beak attack. Yeah.
That hits.
Well, actually,
yes.
He
Someone has a reaction.
Yes, indeed. So he attacks it, right? The moment Arahant sees that it will connect, he will use his reaction to cast silvery barbs, forcing the creature to. This would. Oh well, it will break his invisibility. But forcing the creature to re-roll his that attack and take the new result.
Okay.
Darn.
I think I like the 24.
Yeah, well.
Well. That's a total of 20 damage.
And then he will give the advantage from silvery barbs on himself.
Ah. Selfish we are today. Okay. Well,
I've lost more than half my hit points in one hit.
well, Salwa.
I'm the most squishy character from of the three.
If I cast the Toll of the Dead, how much? What level of the Wisdom saving throw the bird needs to roll?
It's whatever your DC is.
Yeah, whatever your spell save DC is.
17.
Should be good.
Yeah, so it would need to roll a 17.
Toll of the Dead.
Okay. Wisdom. Well, that's a 2.
Found its weak stat, boys.
You think? Wait until you see the end.
10 damage.
And that's necrotic.
Yes.
Well. It doesn't seem to have an effect.
At all?
At all.
Immune to necrotic, I'm gathering.
Well, fuck it, I will fly into darkness too. Wait, I
Oh, yeah,
remember that.
stack the party. Do it.
Oh, wait. I remember that this creature has a cone attack. I don't like it. Let me see my longest distance spell. It's at 240 feet. I fly 60 feet back yet again.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like close to 200 now.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Man,
And
that
what
guy.
about me? What about me?
Did I skip you? I think I skipped. Yeah, yeah, you. Do your thing.
Oh, forget the wizard. He's only at 13 hit points. He will be dead. He will be dead anyway.
Do wizard things. Just one shot it. Be a man.
Well, Arahant, feeling himself emboldened by his arcane mastery that he just used, will grab his holy symbol, utter a prayer to the great catfish of wisdom, brandish the holy symbol toward the beam, and the symbol starts to turn white, flash white, and then releases a powerful beam of pure radiant goodness towards the creature.
That description might have come off even better if you called the creature a bird instead of a beam. But anyway.
Well, guiding bolt with advantage.
Spicy.
At which level?
Advantage.
Oh heck, let's use my my 4th level spell slot. Oh yeah.
Ooh. Let's see if it pays off.
15 to hit.
Do you know what the creature's AC is? It's 16.
It dodges.
It's 16.
No.
Oh well.
That's rough. You have any dice left to
level
trade it?
spell slot you have there.
Do you have any portent dice to exchange with it?
No.
No.
Yes, I have. I still have one, but it's very low.
Damn, that sucks.
Anything
It's good for
else you
saving
want to
throws.
do?
Well,
Cry.
well, he will use his bonus action.
Ooh. Will he just move the spiritual weapon 20 feet closer?
No, to once again utter a prayer to the great catfish, and using his channel divinity for the ability of harness divine power, in which he can
Get back a spell slot.
yeah, well, a number of spell slots equal to half his proficiency bonus rounded up, which for the moment is a 2. So either 2 level 1s or 1 level 2.
That's actually a pretty nice multi-classing ability, given that it scales with proficiency.
Yes, indeed. That's the reason why he got inspired to follow a deity.
That's how he became a lizard.
No. Can you stop using that?
I mean, we can go with Wizzick.
I'm not abusing the Clizzard. I'm pretty gentle with it. Don't worry.
And I will
Stop.
use it to regain a level 2 spell slot.
By the
And
way, a
that-
turn ago it was an invisible Clizzard.
Stop.
So now he's back. He's visible again, but he still has his movement, and he will use his movement to move 10, 10, and 10 feet. Voila, 30 feet.
Oh, come on. You were looking so nice in that range.
I will.
The bird is just going to get kited. How many feet is Salwan outside of the screen?
Almost 200. Outside of the screen, yeah, almost 200. And from the bird, even more. Probably at least 220, something
Tyrell
like
just
that.
been backing up this entire time.
Yeah, I've been backing up, but as I told you, I don't want to be beyond 240 feet from a bird. 240 would suffice.
Wait, you can move 60 a turn, right?
And I moved 60 twice already, and I was at least 40 when I started moving. 200 sounds like a decent number.
Okay. Well, I'm never going to catch up to that, I think. Maybe I could just dash. No, I would need to dash like twice. That's not worth it. I guess I have to dash back onto the wizard.
Of course.
Or a female, by the way.
What?
The bird a male or a female, by the way? Can I see it?
No, you can't.
Because it would make a really funny joke.
No.
What I will just say, what's
No.
another word for a rooster, gentlemen?
It's not even remotely related to a chicken.
Rooster attacks the Clizzard. How can it be funny?
Stop. Stop.
I guess first off, as I'm poking out, this was the direction I knew the bird to be at. Realize it's not there. Probably hear Arhan shriek as the bird
Yes.
goes this way. How tall is the?
At least 15.
Okay, I was just deciding.
You
Yeah, I
can
guess
just
it would
fly
be.
up. You still can fly.
Yeah, fly over it. So, I guess. I mean, I don't have to fly over there, but fly straight up enough to be over this. Looking over the darkness to look over at the bird.
Okay.
Well, it's 20 feet, so you have room to spare.
Okay. Then I will take a shot.
Miss.
Oh my god, these rolls. I'll try to save it.
Garbage rolls today.
We're gonna need to rest anyways.
You need a 3 or better. That is better than 3. I give it that. That's 30 points of damage, okay.
One more. God damn it, dude. Okay. Guess I have to fix that one too. I think it's my last fixing.
Whoa,
I have a feeling that you are shooting at that bird at the moment.
Roll 1. No, you didn't roll 1. Okay, you hit.
I feel like first shot killed it and second shot killed it like for sure.
Well, the bird dissolved into a pile of sand again. It is now
Yay.
again made out of floor.
And is it superheated sand?
It is still very hot, the sand.
Uncomfortably hot or dangerously hot?
Dangerously hot.
Let me take a minute of a break if the battle is done.
Will it burn Arahant because the bird was on top of him?
Well, if you ask that way, I guess you can take 1d6 fire damage.
Wouldn't the dex save be appropriate?
I guess you can make a dex save. But we all know how Arahant does his dex saves. Well,
Hey!
he does them pretty well, okay.
We
You managed to
defied
avoid the scalding sand.
Thank goodness. Thank the great catfish of wisdom. And the excellent marksmanship of Mel.
I mean, my batting average was pretty low, but I made sure to use the biggest bolts that I had.
Well, Arahant will say will call out to Mel, you know, I've always said it, and you confirmed it, but Abigail does has a sharp tongue.
Indeed.
And her speech is piercing.
Battle concludes, and I get back some of my bolts.
Well, those big silhouettes and the mosquito swarm, now that the bird is gone, are getting closer again.
Oh man, they got some balls. They see us just nuke this big bird and still want a piece.
They're mosquitoes.
Well, I meant the weird, because there's weird things in the mosquitoes too, right? Like we see masses that don't line up with just mosquitoes.
They're
No,
drastically too big. Like, they are like large creature size.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So we initially landed over here because we saw like a cave or something, didn't we?
Yeah, we saw the slit in the dune.
A cleft, yes.
Yeah. Then I guess we could head towards that to have some sort of fortification against these things coming in after us, and shoot them down if we have to. Because I'm decently hurt for not a full pitch battle, but what do you guys elect?
By the way, can I remove the darkness from the map?
Let's penetrate the dune. We need to see what's beneath the earth.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on if the darkness was also coincided with the crevice.
No, not really.
Yeah,
it's just a random spot of darkness.
Okay.
If it's a cave, it can be something with some blood in it. So yeah.
Well, we can use the darkness to obfuscate our movements towards the cave.
I guess you can do that.
Is it right on top of my darkness, or is it getting darker in the world?
No, it's neither of the two.
It's just dark inside.
Yes, that caves tend to be.
I have a very good vision in the darkness. How about I go in first and take a look?
No, well, like I said, Mel's goal there is more so to get out of the prying eyes of the mosquito legion coming after us.
Yeah, I will just make sure that there is nothing worse than a bird inside.
Nah, so you lead, but we're moving with you. because we can't really wait.
Yeah, okay, done deal. I head in first.
I'm following right behind.
Yeah.
Do we have healing potions and
Do you?
well, according to the party loot, we have 2.
Yeah, you gave 2 to me. I still have them.
Okay.
If someone is still updating the party loot, then you are guaranteed to still have 2 potions of healing. Let's just say you still have those.
Yeah, I don't remember using them.
No, I used 1 potion of healing. I have only 1.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But
I see inside the cave.
well, for now it's just a cave. It is. It quickly goes from sand to I don't know how much of an expert in geology your character is, so it's just some rough hewn brown stone lining the cave walls. And it seems to go quite the ways down. At a not dangerously steep, but still a pretty steep angle.
As far as I can look, I just see a steep decline of terrain, right?
Yes.
I yell out like, fellas, it goes beneath the earth and quite deep and it's decently steep. I think we can go quite a long way beneath the ground here.
How far down does it go before you can kind of like reach
Okay,
a
I will
small bit
throw
of?
a stone and count seconds until I see the stone hit something really, really hard.
Well, I mean, you said it's steep, but is it like one
Doubt
kind of sequential like
how long it
plane
goes.
going down, or is it like go so far down there's a roost, go so far down there's a little roost, go so far down?
It goes so far down, I can't really see how much further it goes, and I can see quite well. As I
Okay.
said, I throw in the stone and I wait for a loud slamming noise to know where is supposed bottom or the wall. And I count
Well,
seconds as I do so. Even better, I count seconds using my clock.
you know, when I said it's steep but not dangerously steep, I'm talking about it like being kind of diagonal. You know,
Yeah.
you can't really do the rock throwing thing down a diagonal because
So it's not as steep.
the rock will just hit the ground at some point.
I was just trying to
Uh,
figure out
Um,
if
it
it
is
goes like one.
keep
it's
rolling though. Is it
relatively
steep enough for a rock to keep rolling?
probably it's like probably 60% down, something like that.
Okay. What I'm saying is,
I think
okay.
we can walk there.
Well, he was saying it's steep, like we could fall.
No, I
I'm
think we
basically
can
I'm
walk
trying to
there.
figure out if I need to use my grapnel or not to lower
No,
myself down.
no, we
Uh,
won't. I think it's
I mean, if someone were to
challenge.
chop you, you might be in trouble, but you should be able to walk down there normally.
So
Okay.
that's
That's
40,
what I relate to them.
that's a hill of 45%. So 60% would be something like that.
Yes. I mean, that's
We will have
it's
to be
not
careful,
like
though.
it's not perfectly smooth.
No.
And you should be able to step down that somewhat. It's pretty much difficult terrain though. And yeah, if you
Okay.
get shot or anything, you might be in trouble.
We can tie ourselves at the top and slowly lower down.
That means whatever. Are we wanting to put up any sort of light source that me and Arhan can see?
Candles or torches would suffice, I think.
Oh, well, I can just put light on my staff.
That's
No.
good too.
Okay, so then we'll gather up behind
So
Sauron. I assume he sees the furthest end.
well, I see I have 20 feet of bright light and then an additional 20 feet of dim light.
Yeah,
If there
so,
will be anything further than this, I will let you know.
yeah, so I'll be in back, then Arhan, and then Sauron. I assume. So if something attacks from behind, it smacks me instead of Arhan.
Ready to start our descent.
Yep.
Yes, and as you go down, the air becomes it becomes less hot, but definitely more stuffy.
Do we want to try to get a short rest in here at any point?
If we find a ledge we can all fit on, that would make sense. I need to my else.
Yeah, because I know we couldn't do it right after the bird because of the mosquitoes on us.
So before our descent.
Well, no, we want to be out of their eyes, so like we could start descending a little bit until we find a little ledge that we think would be sturdy enough for us to lounge around on.
Is there a little edge for us just to sit down, take a snack, drink some water, and just
Yeah,
rest?
you can probably sit down there. Yes.
Okay, done deal.
Yeah, and before we descend fully down, then we will attempt to short rest unless anyone has any objections.
None.
Okay. Is our short rest successful?
Your short rest is successful.
Nice.
Well, in that case, Arahant will spend some hit die to recover his health.
Ditto.
I will use one d8 from my cleric and two d6 from my wizard. So he will recover. Is that plus constitution? His constitution is +1. So 4 + 1 is 5. And then 2d6s. I will roll 2d6s at once. 7 + 2 is 9. So 9 + 5 is 14. I'm a bit above my half, but and of course I will use the short rest to use my arcane recovery. I first had harness divine power from my cleric. Now I will use a similar ability from my wizard and recover some spell slots. Voila.
I think I'll spend one more.
Well, if ever.
No, I'm good.
Okay, now that everyone is done with their short rest, I'm assuming you continue making your climb downwards.
Yep.
Yes, recasting light on the staff after each hour that passes and that the light is about to go out.
At some point, after maybe 10 or so more minutes of travel, you reach the bottom of the slope. It ends relatively abruptly into like a smallish cavern, maybe like 50 feet diameter, where the brownstone switches to some dark gray to blackish type of stone that basically resembles a border where the cave just doesn't really reach to and now forms the floor. In the middle of the room, there you see something of that could maybe resemble a nest, though definitely sized for a huge creature. And inside of it you see animal remains as well as some gemstones.
Does there
Did we
look
just
to be...
kill a sand phoenix?
Yeah, does there look to be like residue of like sand of a similar nature to that phoenix? Or phoenix, that, yeah, me say now. To that bird.
One of you may give me an Arcana check.
That's
How
not
about
gonna
we
be
do it
me.
together?
As a team.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Consider my
can also
complete
just give
action.
me an averaged out Arcana check, but I'm assuming that will be worse.
Well, hey. I do have an plus 11 on my Arcana.
So you can't actually get worse than Sauron. Okay.
If it's magic, Mel don't know it, so I'm not rolling.
So that bird that you fought, it wouldn't make sense for that bird to have a nest because it's a construct.
This
Or
is
at least
something
it's
else.
just created just out of sand. It's not really living matter in the purest sense.
So it's another creature.
Yeah, something else is living here.
Is there any scales like a snake?
You do find some skin among the animal remains.
What kind of creature does it give off?
I guess you can give me a nature.
Oh boy.
Nature. Who has the highest nature
It's
points?
actually very scale. It's basically it's honestly closer to scales than skin. It's like, but it's like big curved scale segments basically.
My nature is a +1, so someone that's better than a
My
+1.
nature is a +0, so
And Arahant has a +8.
Okay.
I feel like we found the person with the better nature.
Yeah.
Okay. Arahant will try to ascertain a 23.
That thing seems the remains there seem to belong to a sub-adult purple worm.
You all see
I also
Arahant turn pale and even stumble a few steps back, and with a shaking finger, saying that those are scales of a purple worm.
When I say remains, there's actually still flesh attached to the scales.
Mm.
When I say
Well,
sub-adult, it's not like gargantuan. It's more like huge, maybe large. Like the scales are also just like maybe this big, and not
so it's a
like
remain of a creature and not of an owner of the nest. Something that owns a nest ate something here.
yeah.
Seeing all this
Worm got
dangerous,
eaten?
The worm got
Or
eaten.
that's not good.
seeing all this dangerous remains and this huge nest, I have an offer. I can cast an invisibility on myself and Mel, but Arahant, you will have to find your own invisibility.
yeah, no problem.
We can keep going under the cover of invisibility spells then.
I will point out that if we are underground, so it's possible that um, many beings that live in caves and in underground settings would be able to maybe not only see but also sense us through movement and shuffling and slight tremors that we make on the ground.
So you think it's pointless to waste a spell slot?
Well, until we're certain that the creatures down here could not follow us by mere walking on and then causing some ripples and tremors, then yes.
But if a creature takes us by surprise, it would be too late.
That's also true. Ultimately, I leave it up to you, of course. I
If there is a way to do some reconnaissance, I would like to hear it. But I guess there isn't.
Yeah, I think we kind of just have to go by the seat of our pants for this. Mainly attempting to avoid whatever ate that creature, because that's bad news.
wait. How long does it take?
On the bright side, you might be able to sell some purple worm scales.
What I'm a little upset about is the fact that I am quite proficient at banishing things away, and I have a feeling that if I banish a creature to their own dimension in here, the creature won't even move.
How heavy would those scales be? Could Arhan Mage Hand a scale?
Mage Hand is like 5 pounds, isn't it?
10
It
pounds.
scales up, I think, but
10 pounds.
They are probably more than 10 pounds a piece. Let's say they are 20 pounds a piece.
damn.
They are heavy.
Yeah, I just don't want to go over to a nest where one was eating that.
Well,
Unless someone wants
No,
to
if I
build a
banish
wagon.
a creature from this demiplane, it goes just to a safe demiplane, so it will work still. It's good.
Yeah. It just you can't permanently banish them like you could with demons in the material plane.
Yeah.
The temporal banishment, yeah, that always works.
well,
Some crowd control.
I could help in scouting, but it would have to take an hour. Or
We can just proceed with an extreme care and trying to maintain a low profile. How about that?
No. Try to be
And
stealthy.
save our spells for the occasion, if such occasion rises.
well, if we have an hour and 10 minutes, I can do it without expanding a spell slot.
Yeah, but there's also a possibility owner of this nest will return while we wait.
That's true.
I mean, there's no guarantee the owner of the nest isn't already there. We just don't see it.
With whatever you decide. So up to you.
Well, let's move. Let's move on. I can still.
Yeah, we got a week if we really want to come back to this endeavor.
We can still proceed. I can still. I do not have to remain stationary whilst performing the ritualistic maneuvers of the spell.
Will you be able to be stealthy while doing so too?
No. I must have some sort of concentration on it and keep concentrating on the ritual.
So it's either proceed stealthy altogether or proceed loud and maybe turn two people invisible.
Well, I can whisper instead of speaking out loud. It the fun thing about magic is that the verbal component does not specify the volume of the voice, only that a voice is needed. So
True, I'm just a bit confused. Why would we proceed and cast an invisibility, but not the one that can turn invisible everyone? Like, because if we proceed and you keep casting in the moment that invisibility will be needed, at least one or two party members still be visible and have to cast it. So it's kind of math, not mathing for me at least.
I'd just say we sneak. Just
Yeah,
regular.
I just say we sneak too.
okay, well then we will sneak.
Rolling collective sneakery.
So, from the hallway in which you are in, it basically there are a few hallways leading like there's like one hallway basically that is level, and there are two more that are going kind of up.
I mean, our goal is to go down, correct, or at least stay down, because that's where the material manifests itself.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can just spend whatever amount of days we have arranged on the ground, wandering, trying to find the blood, and then we will just automatically be teleported away, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I guess going beneath the earth even deeper would make sense. Is there any draft in there in any of those corridors?
In the ones going upwards, yes, and the other ones, no.
Then we should go to the place without the draft.
So these two, right? Two that are still maintaining the status quo / going down.
One that maintains the status quo, the others go up. Like I said,
Oh.
the transition from the brown to the more blackish stone, basically where the blackish stone starts, it just doesn't go into the blackish stone, the tunnel. It really only serves as floor.
Yeah. Then we'll go the one that maintains the status quo then.
Yep. Shinikiri.
Well. So you go and you are attempting to sneak, so you can all give me a stealth.
I'm a bad sneaker, so I rolled really poorly.
Mm,
18 for Arhant.
Somehow you rolled better.
Yeah, it's 18. I don't know why. It still has the heavy armor for me.
So it's more or less altogether.
What is it? 36, 49, so it's like 1016. Basically. Well, what's the passive perception? I have a feeling this might be... Well, as you move forward, from the direction you are going in, or through the tunnel you are going through, you actually start to hear a sound.
In that case, Arahant will will extinguish the light on his staff.
Okay, you turn out the light.
Turn off, yes. So for Mel and Arahant, it's pitch black. And
So
for
yeah, you can kind of hold on to me as I slowly walk forward.
And you just hear the sound of claws scraping over a stone surface.
I will probably see it too if it's visible.
Well, you don't really have much of a perception of how far that sound is away. Those tunnels carry sound very far.
And they twist and turn like hell, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Mel and Arahant are ready to get jumped on at any moment while Sauron's just looking around.
So while you are in the darkness, do you stand
let's
still or do you move forward?
we shall proceed. Do sounds get closer or no?
It's really hard to make out. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, okay.
Let's say DC, I don't know, 14.
Nope.
You can't really make it out.
I can't really say if it gets closer, but I think we should keep on moving. Though the danger is almost certainly in front of us somewhere, I just don't see it, even though I see quite well.
About 2 minutes later, you actually come across a crossing in the path.
So
It
it's
look
3 more corridors.
basically. It looks like from if you were to judge how the cave formed, it looks like there's like one tunnel here just going this direction, and there's just another tunnel crossing through it like this. Like how can I actually show it proper? I'm probably making gang signs right now. Oh no.
Like a T crossing?
Not
Or
really a
close
T.
to,
Wait, I can just put it onto the
but
wall.
the right hand of the T is actually two paths, not one.
It's like this. Like I drew on
Okay.
Roll20. So it's
Okay.
like one kind going through the diagonal, and it's also not perfectly aligned with your tunnel. There's like a 5-foot ledge, like it's like slightly up.
So I say we have 3 tunnels, going 3 directions: left, front, and right. I kind of still need to find out, is it even going deeper? Is any of them go down or up?
None of them go down into the black rock, but they also don't really seem to be going up.
And all of them are on our level and don't seem to be going any deeper. Yet again, I can check for a draft.
One of them actually does have air. No, it wouldn't make sense for there to be draft except if 2 had airflow, so there's no draft.
Well, given that me and Orion can't see shit, it's basically Sauron's call.
Yeah. The tunnels are, like, I can relate to you that the tunnels all look the same, and I can't really make much sense out of which ones go.
Well, the right one is the one where all the noises come from.
Yeah, the right one is the one that all the noises come from. That's what I can tell for sure. We can just pick another tunnel if you would like.
No, that's just deciding if the noise is what would lead us to what we need. Of that substance, do we know if anything like eats it?
There are some plants that feed on it, but it's pretty much poisonous to everything that isn't a demon.
Okay.
So the noise probably hunts something beneath the ground, or is approaching to hunt us.
Well, I mean, if plants eat it, things can eat plants. I don't know. From
Yeah.
Flora, their best shot.
Just keep on moving forward, though.
Yeah, I guess it's fine.
Forward then.
Forward, just the straight tunnel away from the noise.
Yeah.
Okay. You go through the straight tunnel, and only I heard that noise. Great. And as you're continuing further on, you notice, or you. By the way, do you turn the light back on, or are two of you just basically blind?
Up to them.
It's basically up to Sauron if he gives us a reason to have the light again.
I mean, I can't see anything, and we are moving in the tunnel that has no noises as far as I can, as far as I can hear. And you hear the noises too, so we are moving away from them. It's for you to decide. I can keep guiding you, or you can turn on the light and just go.
Yeah, I mean, if we think it's safer now, then we can turn back on the light.
Okay, and in that case, Arhant
Because tunnel
reignites.
is just a tunnel, as far as I can, as I understand it.
Okay, well, in that case, Arahant will take his staff close to his mouth, gently breathe on it, and an light starts to glow out of its tip.
Yes, and that means all three of you actually notice that there's a tunnel, another tunnel crossing, but this time not in a in and out crossing or in a through crossing, but it seems to have merged with this one. That tunnel leading kinda straight up. There's actually even some light shining through it, and there's a continuous trickle of sand falling down from there.
Missed the surface yet?
Man, so an alternate route back out. Maybe.
I'm not sure it's reliable since it's all fucking sand.
True. And what does the other path look like? Or is there another path?
The other path is just the path you are currently following. That's basically the direction you're going in, and then there's basically straight up. Like, yeah, there's some like bendiness to it, but basically straight up.
So we can go up, or we can keep staying on the ground.
Nah, I guess we just keep staying underground. We don't have a reason to go up yet.
And also, do not forget that the waste blood can be found underground, so we have a better chance by staying here.
I mean, that's why we climbed in here.
No.
So let's proceed.
Let's proceed then.
Well, as you continue further down, or further straight, I guess, you come across one more crossing. This time it's again a three-way split. From the straight and the right one, there's like a draft coming in from the straight one and going out on the right one. The left one doesn't have a draft, but you hear maybe something bubbling from there.
Oh yeah. I think we.
Bubbling or babbling?
A bubbling.
I think we struck gold, gentlemen.
Just gotta be cautious, make sure it's not some sort
The
of.
demonic blood bubbles. So if it's a bubbling, we are moving towards the bubbling.
A little
Wouldn't
bit
you
of
agree?
the bubbly.
What'd you say, Jan?
a little bit of the bubbly. Anyway,
Let's bubble towards the bubbling.
Let's bumble towards the bubble.
let's bubble.
Okay, 3 bubbles bumble towards the bubbling.
Yeah, so creeping up to see the source of this bubbling.
Well, and from behind one of the twists and turns that the tunnel takes, you actually notice light.
Oh no, it's magma.
Ah, yes, the only thing bubbling in Minecraft can mean lava.
Bubbling and emitting light. Magma.
Yeah, so what do we see?
We
Uh,
wanna look behind the turn and see what's making all this light.
Well, there are actually lanterns down here. Oh, I kind of forgot to mention the tunnel gets the tunnel at that point also gets like drastically smaller and actually like looks like it might have been carved out with tools.
Any markings?
There are some markings in Giant.
Let me check if I have giant. I don't.
Arahant does. I have, thanks to feet and class and background and race and things like that, he is fluent in abyssal, celestial, common, draconic, dwarvish, elvish, giant, infernal, primordial, sylvan, and deep speech.
Jesus, D&D feeds need to chill with languages.
I
Because
think
it kinda, don't you think the language number is kinda ruining the idea of having different languages?
Well, on
That's
the
just
other hand,
Arhan's thing, is knowing things.
I did build Arhan to be a scholar and a scientist. So
Yeah, of linguistics.
among other things, he's also good at medicine, everything that
mega
is intelligence related.
scientist.
I guess if you want to read a lot of different books written in different languages, especially if you don't have reliable
Doctor of
translators, you
everything.
really need all those languages.
Yes, indeed, and it's
Yeah.
easy
That's
to
cool.
cast spells or discover spells from other races.
That's cool too.
Well, in Giant it says hideout.
Well, Arhan will point out, it's a hideout.
Let's hide then.
Well, it's probably a hideout for something else. We
Yeah.
can
For us
also,
to not
That
for us
speaks
to hide.
giant.
we can usurp it or use it.
Let's hide there.
Does there seem to be any
Life signs.
well, I meant like any sort of depressions in on the ground from like movement of these creatures, especially if it's going towards their hideout. They assumedly would go there relatively often.
Like black
Yes,
rock.
but I mean it's still in the rock, so and that black rock seems to be really hard to carve through. So
Okay.
they are minimal.
Yeah, I was trying to get a gauge of the size of the creatures slash the type of creatures.
I mean, look at the size of the tunnel.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't necessarily give the whole story.
A huge creature could barely fit through here. The one before could easily fit a gargantuan creature, like depending on the definition of gargantuan. It on the type of gargantuan, let's say. It could very easily house a purple worm. it could probably less easily house a kraken.
No.
And
I'm
this one is
definitely not
smaller.
implying that the tunnels have been dug by a purple worm.
Or
How
a
could
dragon.
that be?
I mean, the kind of has been purple worm bits, so they could have dug some parts. But yeah, gotcha.
We can
I mean-
proceed, but there is quite a chance we will find those diggers who dug the
No.
tunnel.
But they may have more of a mining operation and thus access to the material we're looking for.
True. But since it's lanterns and light now, maybe it's time for invisibility.
Lipty guys.
It's a sound approach.
All right, let's get all sneaky then. Could Arhant, can you cast an invisibility with a higher level spell slots? Because I don't want to waste mine. I only have 2. Yeah.
Well, no, I think I have to. I think I will have to get into the philosophical parts of how invisibility actually works.
Oh yeah. Also, it wouldn't matter. I only have 2 slots overall, not over higher level. I only have 2 higher level slots.
Your slots
So-
are what they are. Like
Yeah,
they're
so
never
for
bigger,
me,
they're never lower.
so for me, it's no need to even think. I will just turn myself and now invisible if needed.
Well, I can upcast it, but I can only use enough energy to turn only 2 people invisible.
Yeah, so I will be turning 2 people invisible since I can't really choose my slots and you save up your slots.
So okay, so Sauron is turning 2, and then Arahan could just turn himself invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you turn yourself
She.
invisible and you go around the corner to find calling it a small village might be like definitionally wrong because you know, giants, they don't have anything that small, but there don't actually seem to be many houses. All of them are halfway carved into stone, but kinda outfitted with different types of scales and leather. There's about, let's say, 8 houses. There is
I told you it's magma.
what?
I told you it's lava.
There's a river flowing through here, or actually, like a small underground. Can you call it a river? Maybe spring, like a small, like underground waterway that ends in a small lake that seems to be the center of the lake is actually bubbling constantly. And there is steam coming from it. On the side of the lake, you can see a few huge humanoid creatures, fully clad in armor, just standing or you're kind of wading in the hot spring.
Are washing or just chilling in hot water?
They are mainly just chilling in the hot spring.
In their armor, not without their armor.
In their armor.
What weirdos? Not even
And how
relaxing.
big are those creatures?
Huge.
Huge, okay.
So we
Those are
counted 8
giant.
houses.
Those are giants.
Yeah, so we counted 8 houses. So like, best
I
case 8
can
giants.
give you
Worst
guys
case
a
like
pic.
16.
Can give
We
you guys a
hear any
picture.
we hear any snoring.
No, you do hear. You may hear actual work noises coming from the houses, though, like hammering and maybe some chopping or like uh, scraping of leather and the like.
Yeah. You said something about a picture?
Yeah, I sent it on Discord.
Oh, okay.
We see a giant.
Yeah, like I
did-
said, like best case is only 8 giants, worst case is 16 or so. It's 2 per household, possibly. If not more, because I mean, there could be giant kids too.
Okay.
So yeah, that's not something we want to tangle with.
We are invisible, which makes it quite easier to sneak by. And though we need to need where we are going.
No.
We can observe them for just a little to see if they go. If they are digging the demon blood themselves, actually, or they have it in some storage, because storages are probably not inside the buildings but outside. It would be more utilitarian. Underneath there is no rain, no need to put a tarp on your storage.
Well, that and does this seem to be like the end point of the tunnel, or does it continue on past the village?
You could maybe go up through the underground river, but there don't seem to be any other entrances to the village.
Okay.
I guess
As
there
far
are
as-
technically visible entrances to the village, but they are actually like barricaded. Maybe the wrong word. They are actually like fully walled off, just with rock and concrete or mortar or whatever was available to them.
Mhm.
Like rocks and some sort of drying paste.
Do we see any demon blood being stored?
You don't see any big arrows with the word demon blood stored here pointing at anything.
Yeah, but maybe some barrels or bottles of
There are definitely
things.
barrels and bottles.
Can maybe
Or I guess
Arahant
more barrels, less bottles.
can maybe Arahant read the barrels? Maybe they say something.
Well, I mean, if it's bottles, if any of it is clear or whatnot, it has the same consistency as what we expect the thing to be.
Well, if Arhant approaches the some of the barrels, are they etiquetted or not?
They have engravings in them.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, yeah, I guess it's more like an engraved etiquette, but not like paper, just like some wooden plug that's stuck to it.
Mm-hmm.
There are some that just have a year noted on them or a date.
Mm-hmm.
There are others that say freshwater. Um, and yet others marked off as grain or fungus.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really fitting what we were looking for from the sounds of it.
Well, Arahant will, to the best of his abilities, return to the place where the others are.
You know what?
And
Give me a stealth with advantage.
okay.
Advantagios.
What even is their passive perception? Okay, you exactly beat their passive perception.
Those.
Yeah, you managed to make it back without making too much noise.
And he will whisper to the rest. There is some fresh water, some fungus and grains, and others only have a date marked on it.
Well,
The date,
date implies probably alcohol or something, I would think.
Most likely.
But
or
nothing really to our
or it could be something that is perishable,
no.
and that they marked the time, knowing that, for example, after several weeks it would be uneatable. Or
Yeah, like fish, for example.
yes, indeed.
Yeah. But nothing really screams that what we're looking for is going to be here.
But no, I didn't find anything that remotely indicated the waste blood.
No, so I say, well, we still have a little bit of some visibility. We head the other way.
Return?
Well, there's another path on there.
Yeah, indeed. The settlement was a dead end, eh? Hey, Jan.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
return back.
We know it's there. Be wary of giants now.
Okay.
But we definitely don't want to take on an entire village at once. That's not the move.
We are returning.
Well, returning to the crossing. You are still invisible. Do you have the light spell active while invisible?
No.
Why would we need? We have lanterns on the.
No, I mean once you are back at the crossing.
Mm.
Invisibility is invisibility actually an hour?
Yeah.
Yes. Maximum. You can end it earlier if you
Yeah.
stop concentrating on it.
Yeah, 1 hour. Okay. Yeah. Do you have light on while invisible at the crossing? That's the question.
Mm.
Didn't the crossing was just a tunnel going up and two tunnels going back? And there is some natural light from that tunnel too.
Basically, the last crossing where you were, there are 2 tunnels with draft. There's the tunnel you came from. Like, the 2 tunnels with draft, obviously you have the draft going from one tunnel into the other. Then there's the 1 tunnel you came from, and the 1 tunnel with the giant village.
I guess we'd go into the one that's getting the draft, not the one producing the draft.
I yet again ask the question, do you have the light on once you are outside of the lantern's reach?
I'd say probably not if we're trying to be invisible. They kind of, because then we just, I don't know. Does the light go through invisibility? Or if you put on light, would it disable your invisibility?
I have no idea.
That's not specified in the rules or the.
I think the light
spells.
is just a separate kind of.
Yeah, it would be a mode of light that's just floating.
Yes.
Well, because like you can cast light on an object, and then objects on your person are made invisible as well.
Yeah, yes. So the robes he's wearing and his staff are invisible, but if he casts lights on the tip of his staff, the 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 only thing that will be visible is the ball of light, and that's it. The light will not counteract the invisibility, but you will have a ball of light that is floating.
Yeah,
seemingly
so people will think it's like Will o' the Wisp or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
I say no. I say we maintain invisibility, so we just go back to Sauron leading us.
Yeah.
Okay, then Sauron will see at the crossing. There is, guess you have dark vision, so you can't really see colors. So there is a large
I have devil's sight. I can see perfectly.
Does Devil's
Even
Sight?
through magic darkness.
Well, I think it's still dark vision. It's just enhanced dark vision.
Does it?
It's just regular vision in the dark. You can normally see in the
Yeah,
darkness.
you can't guess it says normally. I would assume that you can actually make out colors. So,
Yes.
so you would actually see the color of the dragon standing at the crossing.
Amazing.
Wait, I said it's a large frame. It is a huge frame of a dragon. To be precise. And the dragon has a rusty brown color with its body covered in spikes, almost hair-like, and its tail almost ending in a brush.
I stop immediately, turn around, and relay my thoughts to my friends through telepathy that in the middle of this fucking crossing is a rusty colored dragon.
We stop in our tracks.
What's it doing?
It's basically just I'd say you are basically standing in the crossing, and it's like standing in one of the side tunnels, kind of looking towards the crossing, towards kind of the giant side.
Like smelling the air.
Yes.
Is it being ready to pounce? Is it sitting in like an ambush, or just being curious?
It's sitting like an ambush.
Nah, so it wants to eat a giant.
Yeah, I relay that to my colleagues that it seems like it's ready to pounce. I think that's why giants hide, because I think the dragon has found them and is hunting them. We can also try and lure out the giants to this dragon and I don't know, use it as a distraction, but it's up to you. Or we can just fly up through this fucking hole in the ceiling and forget all about it. We have like 4 more days to find something else.
Well, it's like because any action we do that would cause no. One, I don't know if the Giants would even investigate a noise if they know that this kind of thing's out here. They probably just kind of hold up in their village.
Yeah, does the dragon has wings and shit, or is it like a dog dragon?
It has wings.
Bad.
Does anybody have a way to make a noise that's not where we are at?
Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Can you actually cast other spells while invisible?
No. Yes, you can, but it will negate.
Yeah, but it will negatively influence your invisibility.
It's only greater invisibility, which has a very short duration that allows any action and attacks whilst invisible.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And if
or
I
we
were
can
to attack or do anything, then it would
can
break
just
my
pick up the
invisibility.
stone and throw the stone towards one of the other tunnels and see how the dragon reacts.
Well, I was thinking of making because we need to go through the tunnel the dragon's in, correct?
Not necessarily.
I mean,
Well, what was
we
the tunnel
came
that we were?
through the other
The
tunnel, right?
tunnel the dragon is in is basically the one you originally came from.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
noise of claws kind of chased behind us.
Oh, okay. So we found the source of their calls. Nice. One mystery solved. Good job, team.
Yep.
So if we could, does it look like it could get through this tunnel with a bit of space to spare, or is it going to be a snug fit?
It can get through this with a bit of space to spare. It is drastically smaller than an adult purple worm.
Because I think if we were to make noise behind us, back towards that giant village, we might be able to get this thing to go that way, and then we can slip by and keep going down the path we need to.
We can kind of just poke around the giants and try to lure them out, or we can
I don't think the
somehow.
giants are going to come out. I think making noise to get this thing to move is more likely because it's already ready to ambush whatever.
Yeah, we can. I don't know, make something up behind us, but it would kind of mean that invisibility is gone because I don't think we have much time left on it. Too.
No, we have an hour. We got.
I take out my clock. How much time I have on my invisibility?
Oh, like 20 minutes maybe.
Like 20 minutes maybe.
Nah, so we still got a decent bit of time to at least get down into the other tunnel. I'm just trying to think what, like, a rock that I would throw would not make the same. I mean, unless I like angle it right to
I
get a bit
think
more
this
echo.
this creature is ready to pounce at anything, even slightly reminding the movements. Like it's ready, and I think it kind of can smell us too, probably.
I say push ourselves up against the wall and then toss a rock onto the opposite wall back towards the giant village so that it wants to go there.
Okay. Though I will have to toss a rock because you can see shit.
Yeah. You're the rock tosser. But otherwise, we get ready to move. I assume you've already given us the general direction of the tunnel we need to go towards once it runs past us. Hopefully.
Uh, so it's not the one the Drake is sitting in, it's the other one to the right or the left from it, right?
Yeah, like it's looking out, and if we were to move, we'd cross its path.
Oh wait, let me just draw it out in a simple manner. So this is the path crossing. This is where giants are. This is the
Yeah, so
path
we're
where you
coming from.
originally came from. This
So we
is
are
where
here
the
and
dragon
Drake is
stand. Yeah,
and
basically.
and Drake is and Drake is here.
Yeah,
Yes,
chilling there.
there's the drake, and then there's
And we
the
came
draft
from this
passing.
direction.
Yeah, and the draft is passing this way.
Yeah, so we're trying to go north on this thing, straight across
Here.
from where the dragon's at.
Yeah. Um, there's literally nothing preventing you from going north.
Yeah, we can just sneak there.
Because you are
Yes,
invisible.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just thinking if we mess up at all, the dragon's right there in the spring, as opposed to it running off to deal with something else.
I can also just cast fucking darkness on this motherfucker.
Yeah, but it probably could. I don't know. I guess magical darkness is different, but
Let's say I have a darkness in my chamber in case the Drake begins to see us or sense us.
yeah. But when you ready a spell, you basically already cast it, as far as I know.
Ah, then I won't because it's kind of very situational.
Yeah,
If
can't
you want
just
to,
hold it.
yeah.
Basically, if you would hold and not use it, you'd still lose.
Let's just go north as stealthily as possible then,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and
It's without trace. By the way, just a little bit of a meta game.
um,
I don't think any of us have
I
it on
guess
spell
each
list.
of you can give me a stealth with advantage, and try to remain above a 10.
Kelf. I'm good.
Heavy
Mel is
armor,
incredible.
heavy armor is being weird again. But yeah, you managed to successfully sneak past the Drake and continue down the tunnel more than 20 minutes. So you at some point your invisibility runs out, and you start actually seeing sunlight again.
Okay, I have a feeling, gentlemen, I have a slight feeling that we wasted our fucking time here.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's come out and take a look around. Maybe we will see something interesting though.
Yeah, I mean, we can't immediately go back. We gotta wait for that dragon to go on somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah. As you come out, you find yourself on the bottom of basic. Yeah, at the foot of Brownstone Plateau, in an otherwise in what otherwise is a wasteland of just black rock, almost until the horizon line. Though it actually is a bit. The black rock is relatively uneven, so the horizon is fairly close.
Oh, so we wanted a rocky terrain. We found the rocky terrain.
There is basically no signs of life immediately visible.
Just how I like it.
Let's get the highest point we can see here and look around.
I would actually say that now that you have left the cave and stuff, we would end our session here.
Okay. The great new expanse.
So we
Avoided
arrive at the
dragons.
bottom of.
Yeah, basically a brownstone plateau, like
Mhm.
how the whole region where you were before is just elevated above you, and you are now looking into like a
So we're still
black
underground.
No, the whole region where you were before, like
Oh, okay.
that whole part was just on a plateau, and now it's just a big wasteland of black rock.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well,
Still closer, I think.
Wasteland of Black Rock suits our needs better.
well,
Yeah.
everyone can give their goodbyes now.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Take it easy, everybody.
Thank you for following the session, and until next time, take care.
Until the next one, have a good one, everyone.